the galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast.
There we go.
Boom! Here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we are. Welcome, everybody.
It has been a while since I've been on.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like I'm out of practice.
Almost a month, just about.
Has it really been a month since I've been on the show?
It's been like 2 weeks in between shows.
Yeah.
You missed the last one.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's been about a month.
And now Dan's not here, so the mix is going to be off part due. I mean,
it's like we're all taking sabbaticals.
Yeah, I mean, it is that time of year, right? So, I mean, it's a holiday time of year for us here in the United States. It's always a lot going on during that time of year. And then you add into it some illness and some me with travel all over the damn place and everything else. So Dan being sick and me being just everywhere. I mean, there's some weekends I get home and it's like I'm done. I'm spent. And it takes a day or two to recover. And then I turn around and get back on the road again. So it's
just enough to get back to it and then just to go again.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It drives the wife and kids nuts because I'm home on the weekends and I don't want to do anything. I have no energy. I have nothing left in the tank, right? So
you're like, we want to go out here, here, and here. And you're like, no, I don't want to do anything, man.
I have been all over. Can I just sit for, 30 minutes? But such is life. I mean, you got to love it, right?
Right. I mean, we all have to grind, right? So.
We do. We all have to grind in some way, shape, or form. There's always everybody has a different way that they go about doing it, and unfortunately, right now, I just don't have a balance. Sometimes you don't have a balance in life. Everybody tries to achieve that.
Every Chad needs a balance.
Every Chad needs a balance. That's correct, and I don't have one right now. So work, life, play, all of it.
Yeah,
it's totally out of whack.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
So,
for myself. Life has been nuts. I recently purchased myself what is called a La Potato. It's a competitor to a Raspberry Pi. Yeah, and I'm trying to build a gaming machine, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so
that is fun.
Yeah, I'm getting the red screen of death a lot, but I've got a few of the ROMs to work, so I'm trying to get to work. My goal is, it's not that I really want a gaming machine, but I really want to teach and play like Mario Kart and stuff like that with my nephews and niece. I think that'd be a lot of fun. They're at that age, so
sure.
Yeah, so that's
great.
Goal. Yeah,
that's great. It's always, that's a lesson that I learned a very long time ago. Yeah. You can never stop learning.
Yeah.
When I got out of high school and went to college and really hated college and just left, I didn't really drop out. I just stopped going. I guess that's the same thing. For a while I thought I'm done. I know what I know, and I'm going to go use it and apply that at work and learn at work and not care about the school stuff anymore because I couldn't take college.
Right.
I'm a hands-on kind of guy. So I found out real fast that that was true for me, but also not true. And I needed to continue to learn and push myself. And I found all kinds of different things to get into over the years, and I still do. And that's my only word of advice on that topic is never stop learning.
Oh,
always be tinkering with something, looking at something, playing with something. There doesn't have to be a goal in mind. It doesn't have to be something that you make money off of, which is also a fallacy that I have. Everything I go and get myself into, I always try to spin it and figure out a way to turn it into work.
Yeah, your hobbies don't have to make money. And
they don't.
Say that as we get sponsorships and ads for this hobby.
Right? I mean...
Yeah. It's what we do, man. It's just, oh, well.
I mean, my name is Chad for a reason, right? I mean, it's a 4-letter word. It's also
You're hanging in there.
Anonymous
You're hanging
with work. Chad. I'm just, I'm a hanging Chad. That's right.
So Dan is not here. He's not feeling very well. So hopefully he recovers soon and he's back.
Yeah. It just still doesn't have his voice. I thought he said he was feeling better, but he has no voice.
Yeah, that's what I understand.
COVID for him has really kicked his ass in the last 2.5 years. It really has. Like each time he's gotten it, he gets the worst of it in one way or another. like he lost his sense of smell and never fully recovered it. Like he still has things he can't quite smell like he did before.
Yeah, it's on and off though, right? It's not like consistent.
Which is weird. Yeah, which is weird. So he's had that issue, and then he's had the reoccurring issue of what's that place he goes to that every time he goes there he gets it. There's some place he goes to in New York that's
some town, yeah.
Yeah, every time he goes to that town, he gets COVID. COVIDville,
I believe it is.
Yeah, COVIDville. So just like the poor guy, I feel bad. So
hopefully he recovers soon and can enjoy all the Christmas treats and taste them.
Yeah, so, exactly, and taste them and smell them and all those things.
Exactly.
I'm going to be moving around a lot. Don't read anything into that. My back is killing me. So
oh no, man!
I'm just going to be shifting. So
okay, well let's get to the news.
All right, sounds good.
Since we're talking about shifting.
good one.
That's right.
Star Trek news.
All right, so let's get right to it. Our first news story comes to us from trekmovie.com, and here it is. Anson's Mount is talking a little bit about Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2. Says Season 2 will explore the limits of Star Trek's idealism. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty neat. He was out there promoting the launch of Paramount Plus in Germany. So that's cool. He talked to another Star Trek website, but he basically said that earlier Star Trek portrayed violence as a problem and empathy and diplomacy as a solution to that problem. I feel Strange New Worlds has a more hawkish, sometimes even more militaristic approach to conflict. So there we go.
Why does that bridge look different to me?
That dark? Maybe it's like a red alert situation, or maybe it's just like a badly, the colors are bad on it, like it's just not well done. Like they
yeah, it just looks, there's something about it that's different. I don't know if it looks smaller. It looks more like,
well, the aspect ratio is wrong. So that's part of it.
That's probably what it is. Yeah.
But there's technical terms about like crushing the blacks, where it means it's too dark. So I think that's what that is. So
that's funny. What's that right there with Cole Meany?
That's from his other show. Was that Hell on Wheels or
Oh
yeah. That's not a holodeck.
No, that'd be great though, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
and have Cole Meany just show up on the holodeck.
They should do that.
Have it look like Hell on Wheels. Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, they did a whole episode about Fairyland and Kings and Queens and all that from the storybook, right?
Right.
On Strange New Worlds. So why wouldn't that be off limits? So
do it all,
really
man.
Have a holodeck, but
it would be hilarious if they did that for all the actors. Like some of their past roles or holodeck episodes.
Yeah.
Like
they don't really have a full blown holodeck like TNG, but they shouldn't anyway. But whatever. Yeah, you can come up with a way to make it a quote unquote holodeck episode without having to use a holodeck.
Right.
Which they clearly already did multiple times.
Yeah.
Hell, they did it on Discovery in season 1.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Whatever.
So our next news story comes to us from ICV2. And here we go. I had to put this in because we're finally getting a Corgi on Star Trek. So this is going to be from the new IDW publishing. It is part of the 30th anniversary of Star Trek DS9, and it is a lost episode. Lost episode in quotes. Basically what happens is a Corgi has been brought on board onto DS9, and Quark is trying to smuggle it with the intent on selling it, since a Corgi is a very expensive and luxury item, since it's purebred. And, at that point in the history, you didn't have such things. Yes. So hijinks ensue with Quark and a Corgi. So this will not come out until April, and they expect big things from it because they're going to have multiple alternative covers. Yeah. I cannot wait for it myself. I'm a dork that way.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Let's see. We have some responses. Oh, yes. Pavel says it does look like Ian from Cowboy Bebop. That is true. Yes. That is the epitome of Corgis, Ian from Cowboy Bebop.
I still have not watched the Cowboy Bebop whatever they did on Netflix, the new one. Everybody tells me it's horrible. So
did you ever watch the original show?
I know I did. I don't remember a whole lot about it, but I know the animated version of it, or the original. Yeah, I know I did, but I can't recall much about that.
I would say this about the Netflix show. It's not great, but it's not as awful as people say.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Jazz is saying don't.
Jazz is don't. Yeah. If you wanted a 1-for-1, it's not that at all. But I like to think of it, in Cowboy Bebop terms, it's a remix.
Yeah.
Right. So I thought it was fine, and so for our last news story, there wasn't really a news story, so I kind of pulled some stuff.
Sure.
And
it's that time.
NFTs are making the rounds right now, right?
I thought that whole thing was dead. I haven't heard.
Well,
much
NFT
in the news
has
for a
made
while.
quite the bit of the news this last week. I don't know if you saw.
No, I didn't.
A former president released some NFTs. So.
Oh yeah, the cards.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, the level of embarrassment I feel for him with that announcement. I just what in the absolute hell? How?
Well,
How did anybody in his sphere not tell him, or someone tell someone somewhere, not only is this a bad idea, this is the dumbest idea, and someone should be fired, immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. But they made me think about the Star Trek NFTs.
Yeah.
Right? It's been about a year since they've dropped. Originally, it was $10 for a digital 5-pack or $30 for a premium 15-pack, right? So, all right, and here's some examples of what they kind of look like, fun little gifts. So what is that? At $10 for 5, that's what, roughly $2 for each one, right?
Okay.
So
yeah.
Less than a presidential one. But I wanted to see, where are we at now? How are those NFT investments going? So let's take a look. I found the tracker, cryptoslam.com.
Oh, yeah.
And right now you can get a standard pack of Star Trek NFTs for about $2.35. Much cheaper now. About a quarter of what they used to be.
So the value is going down.
Oh, significantly. You can get a rare Scotty for only 7 cents.
So you could, okay.
The Uhura, which is uncommon, not even rare, that's pretty high in value at $1.30. And it looks like the rare Spock is probably the most valuable at $2.41.
Yeah, I could have probably guessed that. So how many of those have been released? How many copies of that?
Oh, I don't even know.
Yeah, Hipster Spock, I'm not saying it wasn't a moneymaker and that they wouldn't sell out and he'd raise a bunch of money. It just looks stupid. There's an easier way for him to raise $4 million. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not an easier way. That was pretty fast, right? But I mean, at the same time, it's what did it cost? What did it cost you in terms of your perception?
Yeah, especially when
I would say that was worth. I would say that hurt you more than $4 million worth than it helped you. Anyway,
right. So
what's it need $4 million for? I don't understand.
Yeah, exactly. At least so many questions that don't have answers.
Anyway,
yeah, but yeah. So I just thought it was funny to look at what the Star Trek NFTs now go for. Less than a year later. So.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody wants to pay money for something you can control C, but you can't necessarily do that with those NFTs. But I mean, because it's a little harder than that. But at the same time, how many of those were released? That's the thing. When you look at the value of something, its rarity is what matters. And if you can't tell how many of that specific thing are out there, then what is it? Then its value doesn't mean anything, right? And nothing holds value unless there's a perceived value.
Well, and as I've learned from watching many hours of Pawn Stars, just because it's rare doesn't mean it's valuable.
Right. You could have the only cast iron horseshoe from a horse farm in Connecticut that's been around for 400 years. First started by the British before Jamestown was even created, but it'd be the only one, and nobody would care.
Exactly.
Nothing is worth anything unless there's a perceived value to it, unless someone wants it, right? I mean,
right.
And it has to be more than one person that wants it. It has to be a lot of people that want it.
Yes.
So anyway.
Yeah, so there we go. Welcome to Economics Class, everybody.
We got someone crashing the show.
Yeah. Chad, who is your daddy and what does he do? Isn't that Dennis?
Dennis Riker.
Dennis
Ladies and
Riker.
gentlemen,
Yes.
Dennis Riker. Yeah.
Yes. There you go. All right. Well, that's all the news stories. So we should probably get to our main topic.
All right.
One will now commence.
Yeah. So our main topic, you want me to take it? All right. So
Yeah,
our main topic is we were kind of like debated what to do. I mean, there isn't any real shows going. Well, I mean, there's Prodigy, but whatever. Which I
I'm not
hear is
watching
good.
it.
Yeah, I hear it is good though.
I'm not
Yeah.
watching it. I can't keep up with that one. I tried, but I can't.
Yeah,
so-
fair enough. So we did talk about we're going to do a Star Trek end of the year award show,
Mhm.
but we need categories. So
We
we wanted to
do.
come up with some. People can text in or call in and give us some categories. I will bring up. We've got a few from social media, so let's go over some of those while we do this.
Okay.
So we've got here from the Trekcast. So here's the graphic of our giant award show we're going to have.
Yeah.
That's it, clearly. So Paul Chen says, sexiest Star Trek personnel. I nominate Jess Bush.
Of course he would. It's his
Of course.
favorite.
Yeah.
That's his favorite.
That is his favorite.
I
I'm surprised
can't
it
blame
wasn't
him.
Pike, but
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
close second for Pike, but Jess is man.
Looks
Little
like
too
we've
young
got
for
some
me
other
still.
good ones. New show or season. That's a good topic. That's a good category.
Yep.
Best characters. Yeah, that's good. Favorite episode. I like that idea.
Now, do we want to do that as for like favorite episode out of the new series, or do we want to do favorite episode of all time? Because I think we already have established what the favorite episode of all time is.
Yeah, it's a night at sick bay with the
Pale
dog being
Moonlight.
sick.
Hey, we can all see our individual chat there, by the way, just so you know.
Oh yeah. Let me get that out.
Not that it matters. It's not.
Yeah, it did matter.
OPSEC doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we can. I think we should do for new seasons this year.
New series. Okay, Chaz says new series. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So favorite episode from Picard, Strange New Worlds, Prodigy.
But I think it should be that aired this year, like
That
first
aired
time.
this year. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So then that
Yeah.
would still be Prodigy. That would still be Picard. That would still be Strange New Worlds, right?
Yeah.
And was Discovery at this year or not? I think so, wasn't
I
it?
think it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's still all the same new series from this year.
From this year.
Yeah. Anything that aired this year. So we'll have to get a list compiled then.
Yeah. We'll have to write something down. Let's see. Best comedian or comedy character, I guess, on a show.
Yeah, Lower Decks.
Best dramatic character. Yeah. Okay. Best uniform. I like that. I do like that. Best director of a
Best
series.
uniform.
Well, that's going to be Riker.
Oh yeah. Well, if it's not one of the directors from Lower Decks,
That's true.
then definitely it's gonna be Jonathan Frakes. I mean, that's
Yeah. Oh, Scott Bowder says best news story. I mean, best thing that pissed off Dan. Best thing that Chad was wrong about.
that's simple. That's simple.
Mike Medina says sexiest starship. I mean, does that not go to Discovery?
No, it does not go to Discovery.
Oh, Chasbin says best hair.
Best hair, yeah,
That's Pike.
that's Pike.
Oh, but maybe best episode of Lower Decks. Like maybe each series has their own best of, and then
Okay, so we can break it down by the best episode of the year, right?
Okay.
So let's start writing some of this stuff down because we are notorious for talking about this stuff and
you
then
get a pen and are you gonna write it down?
and then not doing it. I'm writing it right down right now. So our categories are going to be best episode of the year, period, from all shows. How about we go with the best series of the year, which is going to be easy.
Yeah.
We'll do best character of the year out of all of the shows this year. Again, this is all based on this year. So I've got those three written down. We got episode of the year, series of the year, best character of the year. Do we want to do like a best character arc?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Arc of the year.
Yeah.
And then we can do, out of the three of us, we can say best news story. Best news story from Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
We can say.
Oh yeah, Kirstie Alley passed away.
We do need to talk about that. Yeah, because that happened just this last week.
Yeah.
News story from Daniel. Biggest thing to Soft Dan. And
So okay, if we're gonna do best episode of the year, the one that aired this year, should we do like dog show rules where like each series gets their best of, then those best of episodes go up against each other?
Yep. And we just do that live on the air and rank
Yeah.
them. Yep.
Yeah. That would be kind of fun.
Okay.
Let's see, what else do we have? I was thinking maybe best rookie character. So a character that has yet to appear in Star Trek and it's their first time this year.
Oh, I know exactly who that would be.
Yeah.
Anybody have a guess? Can anybody guess in our chat right now what the best rookie character of the year would be?
It's the new one that Brett Spiner played, the evil dad doctor.
No, that wouldn't be my pick. I guarantee you no one's going to get this right. We'll give you a few seconds to think about it and see if someone can guess. And I bet people who listen to the show and listen to me and my thoughts on things will never guess who I'm going to say.
Mm.
You won't get it. I'll give you a hint.
Ooh, is it Omega?
No.
He was pretty good.
I'll give you a hint. A captain.
Oh, okay. Bronson had a good one. Hammer is good.
Hammer was great.
The Predator.
I can't tell. That's got to be Rambo.
Probably.
Yeah. He doesn't know. He's just throwing out. Although the Predator episode was good, right?
Yeah.
The episode with no, it wasn't Kirk. I'll give one more guess. It wasn't a nurse. It was Captain Benzie. No way.
I thought that would get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Restream is
hilarious.
fun when we can do this.
Yeah, it is. It is fun.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The answer is Angel. Captain Angel.
Oh yeah. Captain Angel was great.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Brand new character, brand new person introduced this season, this year. I love that character. She's just so freaking evil and with it, and just had him outwitted and outsmarted every minute of that, and just was so casual about it and played it so well. Yeah, I mean, she was good. He, they, them, whatever.
You know what you get for that?
They were good.
You know what you get for that?
Yeah.
Warning, nerd alert.
I get a nerd alert because I remember that episode.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Pavel.
She was. Yeah, they were non-binary. Yeah, the actress isn't, but the character is.
Yeah.
I won't say that it was my favorite episode, Jazz. I mean, but it wasn't my favorite episode. But boy, that character was so good. I want to see more of that. The character was very good, and I want to see more of that character because it was one of those. You know, every series, every television show, every movie, you've got the protagonist and the antagonist. You got the good guy and the bad guy, and you've got the good guy wins, right? Or some way, shape, and form, the good guy wins, but maybe just barely, or has to pay dearly for it, or is hurting for it. The nerd alert's theme of my life. Yeah, exactly.
No doubt. No doubt.
But this one was like I like those. I like those times when you can take that evil character and at least identify with them in some way, shape, or form. At least have a discussion about why they're evil. I mean, there's several times this has happened in Trek where you've got look at what's his name in Deep Space Nine. Yeah, I thought she was amazing. The Deep Space Nine episode with obviously you've got I can't think of that guy's name who was a traitor for the Maquis on Deep Space Nine.
Eddington.
Eddington, right?
Yeah.
Eddington was making good points, and Cisco was willing to just go ahead and gas and burn out an entire planet. Who was evil at that point, and who wasn't?
You betrayed your uniform.
Yeah, I mean, I love those kinds of plays on. It was Bravely Cast. They had a cow when they. Yeah. I don't know if I'd call it brave. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I like those. I like those times when you can take the evil. I don't know how else to word it. You take that evil character, and you turn it into someone who you can identify with, and you understand where they're coming from. Kind of like the original Black Panther, and not
Killmonger.
Yeah, Killmonger. That movie was so good because Killmonger was identifiable. Right? Yeah. I mean, it was very, very identifiable for what
Killmonger had legitimate reasons for doing.
He had legitimate reasons, right? And when you just have an evil person that's there just because he's evil, and you don't understand or you don't flesh out the reasons, or you can't even identify with those reasons, it makes that evil person just kind of a caricature of evil instead of being a really evil person.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing about evil that makes it so evil. The fact that you can make people think it's not actually evil. Right. What's the saying? Whether you believe in God and Satan and all of that, but the greatest trick the devil ever played was convincing people he wasn't real. Right. So that's a saying.
I thought the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was Nickelback.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Another category for
correct, Chaz. They're not true, but you can understand their intentions. In some cases, that's correct. In some cases, they are true. Look at what's his name, the Admiral in Into Darkness, in creating the USS Vengeance. Right.
Mm-hmm.
He had some good points. He executed rather poorly because all admirals in Starfleet are evil anyway. Right.
Right.
So
they all are.
But
even Buen Amigo.
And that's true, Hipster Spock. Eddington did bring out the worst in Cisco. There are certain people who really got under Cisco's skin and brought the worst out of him. AKA the Romulan incident where they blew up the Romulan ship, and the simple Taylor, Garrick, managed to get him to go along with all of that.
But he can
excellent episode. That's my favorite, probably all time. Pale Moonlight. I mean, I could watch that right now. In fact, I kind of want to watch it
now. Another category we can do is best romantic couple, because we got Mariner and Jennifer. We got Spock and T'Ping.
Are we going to put these out as a poll on? It's a fake, right? We're going to put these out on a poll on Instagram or over on Facebook and all of that. As far as
I'll put them all out.
Okay. Yeah. So we got best romantic couple. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 9 now. Okay, that's good.
Let's stop at a dozen. Let's stop at a dozen.
Stop at a dozen. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say 10 or 12. That's good. That way we can have a. Let me save this document before I lose it. It's just a text document, whatever. Let's see.
Oh yeah, Rios and Teresa. Yeah, that's right. I like the Lady Doctor. Okay, let's see. What else do we have?
Cisco and Cassidy.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be cool. Best Easter egg.
Ooh, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
You know why? Because of Lower Decks.
Yeah, I know.
They're just everywhere.
Yeah.
That's probably the best thing about Lower Decks is just the familiarity that whole crew has, the whole writing staff anyway, with Trek, and how well they can pull that off and throw little things in. I mean, every time you watch it, there's always something else. Mm-hmm. Teresa is gorgeous. Teresa who? I don't know.
The doctor from Picard season 2.
The doctor from Picard season.
She ran the clinic with Rios.
Oh yeah. That Rios ran off with.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't blame the guy. Wish he would have stayed a captain in the future. That would have been a good spin-off show.
How about best death? We had quite a few character deaths.
Best deaths.
Or write-off, maybe? Best character write-off? Because we had, like, Mbenga's daughter. We had Rios dying off-screen.
Himmer.
Hammer. We've had a few character
Lots of
write-offs.
people in Discovery are gone and written off.
Yeah. Tilly's kind of like just teaching now.
I don't know if that's a whole nother topic that we could just go down a rabbit hole on. What in the hell is going to happen with the final season of Discovery? Because it is its final season coming up, right?
No, we don't know that for sure yet.
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah. You're just trying to manifest it.
I am trying to manifest it. Okay, so we can say best death or best death of a character.
Yeah.
I'll put in parentheses or write off,
Yeah.
if they're gone. But I mean, we had what's her name written off, and then she came back, the security officer, who was on Enterprise and then went to Discovery. The Benz.
Oh yeah.
Is she a Benzite or is she a? Is that what her race is? I forget.
I can't remember what it is. She's got the
breathing apparatus.
Yeah.
Someone tell me. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I'm horrible. As you can tell, as I stumble through, I know the scenes. I can picture it. I can picture the faces.
Mhm.
I'm having a hard time with the names. I'm bad with names. Give me some numbers to work off of, and I'm really good.
Okay, so what else? What other categories?
Non. That's right. Non.
Yeah.
The Yum Yum.
My
which
favorite
just does
bread.
Yum Yum to going and killing. What's his name?
Yeah.
Ugh,
Favorite villain?
gross. Favorite villain?
Is that on our list?
Nope. Favorite villain of the year. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1, 2, 3. That's 12.
Oh, there we go. All right, go through them.
Best episode of the year. Best series of the year. Best character of the year. Best character arc of the year. Best news story from Daniel. Biggest thing to piss off Dan. Biggest thing Chad was wrong about. Best rookie character. Best romantic couple. Best Easter egg. Best death of a character or write-off of a character. And, of course, favorite villain of the year.
I think that's a good list.
That is a good list. And I guess a conversation we can have at some point is Q a villain or not?
Ooh, yeah.
Was he really a villain in Picard this year?
In Picard, no. I think in general he was supposed to be, and then
I really like and don't like what they did with them. I mean, a Q dying, I don't get that, but whatever.
I mean, Picard has been all about making your enemies your friends. They did that with the Romulans and the Borg in season 1. They did that with Q in season 2. So
in the Borg again, with Agnes becoming the Borg queen. Like I just talk
they
about
really
making
want
a
you to know
mess.
that about the Borg.
Take just a total effing mess. Just made a mess of everything. I mean, can season 3 be about how all of it was just in his head and none of it actually happened, and now it's like the final episode anyway.
He wakes up, he's like, I dreamed I was a robot.
Yeah, and they're all trying to help him, and he's screwing up what happened in the finale of season 7, and that's what the whole arc is about. That's why they're all returning, is just trying to clean up the mess that's what's real and what's not, like, and just fix it all and not have any of the shit that happened in the first 2 seasons actually have happened.
You know what? He wakes up in Will's cabin, and he's like all like he's like hurting in his stomach. And he's like, I don't know what was in that pizza last night, but it gave me the weirdest dreams.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, Deanna's like, well, sometimes the rabbits this time of year have a thing,
The bunny corn or whatever that was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Our Q, right? The John Delancey's Q. Now, because it's so easy. It's so easy to just fix that issue of who's going to play Q next if John Delancey's too old, doesn't want to do it, or passes away. It's too easy.
Yeah.
He just looks like anybody. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So CGI is a thing. You can just spend a little bit of money for 10 seconds that, he's standing there, and then he's not. His young self, right? So,
right.
Whatever. It's too easy.
We could have done best digital de-aging. Yeah, that's too much. That's too much.
No.
Yeah.
That's way too.
Yeah. No, I think we got good categories. I think maybe maybe we'll do one more episode, and then we will do the awards. That way we give it a month for people to vote and give me some time to plan some Easter eggs and some
do the awards show in January, because we're not going to have a show on Christmas Eve.
No. I do have. I was going to tell you, I've got the episode from when we, like, way back during lockdown when we reviewed Paddington, the cartoon. So since we never released that on the public feed, I figured I'll just dump that right around Christmas time.
That'll be funny.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So it's a much older episode, guys.
Oh yeah, a couple years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
we'll have that. No show on Christmas Eve, and then we'll have a show Christmas our New Year's weekend.
Yeah. No, well, because Christmas Day is the day we would normally do shows, so no show that day.
Right, and that's next week. But then what about New Year's? Are we doing one on New Year's?
I don't know. We got to talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe we can pre-record something, even if it's just, like 20 minutes.
Yeah. And then do the award show after that, first weekend in January.
Yeah, because all three of us should have like some days off, and we could all just record something quick and get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Anybody else in the audience have any suggestions for us for the award show? Anything else you want to see? Obviously, Daniel will put the polls up, and we'll get those things filled out and start the voting and go through all of that in the new year. But as always, we love your guys' feedback.
Yeah.
It's another short show.
It is a short show. That's okay. Let's do listener feedback.
Okay. Yeah.
Open hailing frequencies.
Hey!
Frequencies open, sir.
I haven't heard that one yet.
Yeah.
That scroll goes by so fast.
Yeah. Just pause the video, guys. Yeah. Did we get any Ko-fi accounts?
I can pull that up real quick and tell you while we're getting everything else going. I don't think so. We don't have any. Actually, I don't know if we have any voicemails. I have to go double check. I don't think we do.
Okay.
But we'll see. So an hour ago, Commander Felton bought a coffee. Says, keep up the good work. That's great. 7 days ago, he said, keep the podcast coming as well. And then prior to that, it's been a little while since we had, like 29 days ago. And I think we read that one from If Scott Can, You Can. So Commander Felton is keeping it going every week. Appreciate that, sir. As always.
I do have some feedback, like physical.
Okay.
Yes. So.
Yes.
Scott sent me a letter. So much like Blue's Clues, I wonder who it's from. Yeah. Nobody gets that. Okay. So I'm gonna open it up and see what I got from him. Let's see. Oh, we do have another piece of feedback we can do too. Hold on.
Okay.
We'll do that in a minute. So it looks like it's a card. I'm guessing a Christmas card. Cannot open. So there we go. Holiday wishes. There's a reindeer and a snowman. Oh, and there's his family and him. So that's nice.
Yeah.
And the dog. Daniel and family. For the merriest Christmas ever. Now that's newsworthy. That's hilarious. And the quote is, if you were any other man, I would kill you where you stand. How am I supposed to take that? And he also gave me a very nice wood Delta insignia. Star Trek Delta. That's very nice. Cool. Yeah, I like it. So, very cool. Yes.
We sent those out to all three of us. In fact, mine are on the Christmas tree right there. If you can barely see that in the background, I don't have a light on it, but that's the Christmas tree here in the studio with the two ornaments on it from Mr. Scott Bowders. We really appreciate that.
Yes, and it is running late, but guys, we haven't announced on the show yet. We've made the announcement on social media, but we are doing our Christmas card list, and we are going to send Christmas cards. So if you go to Trekcast.com, click up here on the top where it says Xmas card list. You click on that, fill out the info, They are first come first serve, and we will be sending out cards. I know Dan has already signed them and sent them to Chad, and then from Chad we'll sign and then send them to me, and then I will disperse them out to the public.
Yep, the highly coveted, only once a year Trekcast Christmas card. Always something crazy and funny. You never know what you're going to get. I think one year we had a cat where we were all laying around the cat.
Yes, yeah.
So,
I may have the old cards around here somewhere.
yeah, just trekcast.com up at the top, like Daniel showed, and you'll be able to sign up for it.
Yes.
And we do make people sign up for those new, fresh every single year.
Yes,
so it's not a reoccurring list where we just keep adding to it. This was
the first card.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yes. And then this was last year's.
There's the one with the cat. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of our lower deck versions. Yep.
Yes.
Can't show you the one for this year. You're just going to have to sign up and figure it out. And then the first persons to usually get them usually post them up on our Facebook group. So.
Yes.
Majestic says the memes you guys have been posting about Babylon 5, Battlestar, etc. What do you guys think of those shows? Also, anyone in the comments can also answer. Yeah. I love Babylon 5. I love Battlestar Galactica. I still think Battlestar Galactica, the remake that they did, was one of the best remakes of a sci-fi television series ever.
Mm-hmm.
Just period, as far as a remake goes. The real is I like science fiction shows or movies that have at least an ounce of reality in them, right? Like I'm not big on the sorcerers and fantasy stuff and all that because you get into the explanations of how things work and it just does. It's just magic. Who cares? And then Star Wars kind of ruined that with the fucking midichlorians thing, but whatever. So, but Battlestar Galactica has a level of realism to it, kind of like my other favorite series outside of Trek, which is The Expanse, which is phenomenal. If you're not watching or haven't watched The Expanse over on Amazon, you really need to. It's fantastic.
I have yet to watch The Expanse, and I know I should.
You'll love it. You will love it. So,
I never got into Babylon 5. I've tried to watch the pilot episode, and then stuff happened, and I just never got back to it. Battlestar Galactica, I loved.
yeah.
I even named my dog Baltar.
Yep.
So, yes.
Yep. We knew you loved that. And it's sad that they never finished. What was the spinoff they did that I liked?
Oh, Caprica.
I really liked Caprica.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good as the original. It's never going to be.
Right.
But I'm sad they never finished. Yeah, nerd alert for that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I did like that.
Yeah. It was a good show. So
we do have some voicemails from a few weeks ago. Play sound effect for yourself. I need to get my cable. I need to get because he said nerd alert.
Warning, nerd alert.
Yes.
I need to get my cable though to be able to play these. One is from December 5th and one is from December 10th. So they are old, not that old, but they are old. But since I wasn't here for the last month, we haven't played them. And I think
is the cable nearby? Can you grab it real quick?
Oh yeah, just give me a second.
Yeah. Okay. So Chad's gonna get the cable. I'm gonna tap dance while he does that. We have so many viewers today. We haven't had this many in quite a while. It's really nice. Thanks everybody for watching the show. It's really cool. Also, another great sci-fi show that people do not talk about is Cleopatra 3929 or whatever the numbers were. I think that was a fantastic show that nobody watched, with great storylines that I'm sure was fantastic. So yeah, good show.
Okay, you might have heard a little crackling or popping there when I did that. Apologies.
It's all right.
One of these actually might be I can't tell from the little bit of a clip that I see at the beginning of the.
Could be spam.
Well, it could be spam. It could also be something from DoorDasher telling me my food is wrong. I don't know. Just we'll see.
I can't hear anything, man.
Oh, you're not hearing anything playing?
I'm not hearing anything.
Oh. How's that? I'm hearing it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was anybody else hearing? Probably not.
No.
Let's go and look at. Oh, let's listen to the whole thing. That's weird. Settings. Audio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, audio input needs.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's see if I can play it.
Hey guys, Spooky again.
Now we hear it.
I really appreciate your comments about my voicemail last time, so I figured I'd give you a call again. Yeah, about the what's it called? The latest episode you had review or like went over at least the Prodigy series. I gotta say, and not to. So here's the thing, and I'm not shows or things like that. You know, I do appreciate that Nickelodeon was trying to do a whole lot of old kid show stuff, but with this, they actually got people who seem to really want to make this a part of Trek canon. They've tried their best to make everything work the right way the first time instead of going off and doing whatever the heck they want. But on top of that, I grew up like my dad and I made an event out of watching Voyager, and this is the first time that like any Trek has, apart from Nemesis, has even mentioned anyone from Voyager. Like they made a point to these guys knew, and they made a point to going out and saying, okay, this is what's happened with the people from Voyager, or at least some of them so far, and especially with like the Instagram logs they've been doing with Admiral Janeway, mentioning, oh, by the way, yeah, the Dauntless is designed by B'Elanna Torres. Really? Well, so that's what she did when she got back. She started designing starships. Okay. So, like, yeah, no, that's it. I really appreciate this show literally just for the fact that they've given some kind of focus to these people and some kind of attention to that. Like, I'm hoping, as Lower Decks did with DS9, you know, that we have some other attention. Like, it's great. It's absolutely wonderful that we're doing some kind of focus on the Next Generation era. But there's more to the Next Generation era than just the Enterprise D, the Enterprise E, the crew of the Enterprise. It's great. It was great when we had, on Voyager, we had the Next Generation crew members showing up, like Troy and Barclay showing up. That was great. But little doses in a big show, you know? This is, I mean, I'm eating up these mentions and such. Like the last episode where they actually showed what happened to Chakotay. He's stranded in the future. How are we going to fix that? I'm eating this up. I love it. And
that's great.
For drawing this out and like talking way too long about this. But yeah, that's what I thought about it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your comments from last time again. And live long and prosper, guys.
Nice.
Awesome. Love it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I have a feeling that if I get into Prodigy, I would like it. I just haven't.
Yeah.
And I probably should. It sounds like a lot of fun. I think it's one of those you don't take it too seriously. You just enjoy it, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, carve out a little time to an hour and watch a couple of them in a row, and then come back later and do it, and just kind of casually, maybe during this downtime with other shows before they come out. Before what is it, late January, early February when the next
February
season comes out?
is when Picard comes out,
and it's the end of February, I think. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, right? It's not the beginning of February, isn't it? Towards the end of February. It's after. I thought it was after Valentine's Day. And yeah, I realized now, guys, I did a few changes to my mic setup last night when I was rearranging things and getting this tree up and all that, and. This whole time
February
I hadn't
16th.
changed it on. Okay, then I hadn't changed. Yeah, after Valentine's.
Yep.
I hadn't changed my mic setup here, so thankfully we went and did this, and then I realized, oh yeah, it's just taking this directly in as opposed to coming through my audio box. So I probably sound way better now.
Now you do, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we have Hipster Spock on the line. So let me bring him in. There he is. Hey, Hipster Spock.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Good. How are you doing, man?
It's been a long time, man.
I know.
It has, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been like forever, but it's good to be back.
Yep.
Yeah. Two things. The thing that the guy was talking about these little crossovers. I think that's what made Avengers such a big hit because they trot out the individual characters and they thought, okay, what if this guy was in the other movie and then all that stuff and people got really excited about that. And
Right.
I think with Picard and Strange New Worlds and all that stuff, that is like a great opportunity to do these crossovers. And they didn't do that. And I hope that they would take this, like all these opportunities in Strange New Worlds to have all these old characters that was like on once during TOS to come in because that's like the same timeline or the same time frame, right? So if they brought back some of them, that would be pretty cool. But with Picard, they could have brought back a bunch of DS9 people, Voyager people, but they didn't really do that. They went in some other direction, which was weird. And so I think that would have been like something. Okay, it's fan service, but it's good fan service, I think. What do you guys think?
No, it's the crossovers are fine.
You know, people say fan service, and sometimes they say it like it's a bad thing. And the reality is, you know, to me, fan service can be good. It can be overdone and bad.
Sure.
But ultimately, the whole point of any series is to entertain your fans. So fan service on the whole to me is a good thing.
I mean, they did that really. They did that really well in Lower Decks.
Yeah. You can make it bad for sure, but yes, Lower Decks. I think when it becomes part of the story, it's good. When you shoehorn it in, it's bad.
Right.
Yeah.
There has to be a purpose. It's like with anything else in story writing. There has to be some sort of purpose to it, and just shoehorning something in, like Will Wheaton being an observer. This is
peak good fan service.
Yeah, exactly. But shoehorning it in as well, right?
Yes.
So I mean, for well, what the hell? Like, in those instances, it's bad.
Indeed.
But it's always subjective, right? There are some people who absolutely love that. There are some people who absolutely love that because they love Will Wheaton and they love that character and they want to see something happen with him, right? So
right. Awesome.
It is what it is.
And like to recommend a couple of episodes from another podcast, if I may.
Okay. There's other podcasts.
Connor Trenier and Dominic.
Yes.
They have a podcast named Shuttle One, and they just did two really great episodes with Nicole DeBoer, Esri Dex, and Andrew Robinson, aka Garrick.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Those just listen to those two. I just did today, and I really found it interesting.
Oh, that's right. You're in much different time zone than us, aren't you?
Yeah, he's over at Poland or somewhere in Europe, right?
Yeah, Poland.
Poland, yeah.
It's covered with snow where I am. So that was.
So is Idaho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cold enough for snow here, but not yet. And you give it a day, and it could be 70, and then tomorrow it could be 13. You never know.
Right.
Here in Kansas City.
Yeah, but it's really cool to give Esri Dax or the actor who played Esri Dax a chance to like speak and kind of talk about like what was the how was it to replace a great character like Jadzia Dax
it's tough.
and a actress like Terry Farrell. I mean, we all love Terry Farrell.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Very much so.
Right. Awesome.
And to have some girl fill her shoes, that was really hard.
Yep, very.
Yeah, very much so. Awesome.
So yeah, just have a listen to that, and other than that, keep up the great work, guys. It's great to have everybody back. Hopefully, Dan will feel better next time.
Yeah, hopefully.
I assume by then he will.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. Okay, well, thanks so much for being on the show. We do have one more.
And I got another voicemail too when we get through the feedback. Yep.
Yeah. Why don't you play the voicemail? Because the marquee dude, looks like your signal is pretty bad. I don't know if you've got a hardware connection you can get us on. But yeah, let's play the voicemail in the meantime.
All right, I'll play the other voicemail.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays to the fantastic hosts of Trekcast and all you folks out there in the podcast world. Today, I have a very special top 10 Christmas edition of a Pack-led review. I'll list off the Pack-led's 10 favorite holiday classics and review for each. So without further ado, the top 10 Pack-led Christmas movies. Number 10, A Christmas Story. Rifle Saves Christmas. Number 9, Elf. Giant Elf Saves Christmas. Number 8, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Broken Deer Saves Christmas. Number 7, Frosty the Snowman. Magic Iceman Saves Christmas. Number 6, Frozen. Magic Iceman Saves Christmas. Number 5, A Charlie Brown Christmas. Limp Tree Saves Christmas. Number 4, Die Hard. Barefoot Man Saves Christmas. Number 3, Star Trek Generations. Bald Man Saves Christmas. Number 2, Home Alone. Psycho Kid Saves Christmas. And the number 1 Pack-led reviewed Christmas movie is A Christmas Carol.
Nice.
Dr. Crusher's Boyfriends Save Christmas.
Nice.
This is Scott Strongbeard Bouters. Thanks for listening and have a happy new year.
That was awesome. Thanks, Scott. Okay, looks like the Marquise dude is good to go, so let's bring him on.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Hello. Are you caller? Are you there?
Hi guys.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Hi.
you.
Oh my goodness. I finally get to meet the people that post all those. Hi.
Yes.
So I'm pretty good Trekkie, I'd say.
Right
And
on.
I was just wondering if is it time to kind of watch the newer Treks, because I'm about to start Voyager and I've been seeing a lot of mixed reviews and I kind of just want to make sure my list is all good, like to go forward and watch all the stuff. So
What have you watched so far? Like, what series have you gotten into?
So I've watched all of TOS. I'm burning through all the movies currently. I watched all of TNG,
Okay.
all of Deep Space Nine. I'm about to start Voyager pretty soon. Took a break to watch Babylon 5, Battlestar, and the Earth: The Final Conflict. I started last night. So.
Oh, you started Earth: The Final Climb. I'm sorry.
Oh
no! For that one too much, but it's okay.
It's okay. All right. You know, the thing about Star Trek is each show is its own different flavor, right? Much like ice cream at the ice cream parlor, right? I will say Voyager is like the top reviewed one according to Netflix. People seem to really love it. So there's that part of it.
I wouldn't, and I wouldn't call Voyager my favorite out of the original series. That era. I wouldn't call it my favorite. But it's good.
It is good. Yeah,
it's good. You can get past the first season. The first season's a little rough, but so is most series. Where the first season's a little rough. So that's kind of par for the course. But yeah, I would tell you as far as watching the new stuff, you don't need to have watched Voyager to be able to watch Discovery.
Yeah.
You're already at a place where you'd understand most of what's going on in Discovery. When it comes to Picard, really, for that matter.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't start watching Picard until you watched Voyager, just from the standpoint of really understanding who 7 of 9 is.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've watched like meme videos of her and like compilations, and I relate to her so much.
Yeah. Yeah, she's great. Character. When you get into that part of Voyager, that's when it really gets good. In my opinion, that's when it's at its best. It's at its peak when 7 of 9 comes on board.
Yeah, and the relationship between her and the Doctor, it's not a romantic relationship. It's more of a
great relationship.
It's a great relationship.
Their two relationship is kind of like the relationship between Bashir and Garrick, but not in a platonic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like those are the two, or like a Miles and damn it,
Bashir.
Yeah, Miles and Bashir as well.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just said the name a second ago. Me and names, I tell you, it's really bad.
Yeah, it's all good.
And by the way, Daniel is the one who runs our Instagram account. So all of those memes, 100% with no input from myself or Dan, it's all Daniel. Daniel's fantastic at that. The Instagram account went from being brand new and a baby and having almost no followers on it to what? You're over 8,000 now?
No, I'm not that high. Nearly 6,900.
Okay, almost 7,000. That's I mean, phenomenal work, dude. You just put them out all the time. I get such a kick out of going and scrolling through and watching and reading those. They're hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
That's correct. 7 of 9 was a good character, lots of inner demons. So I would tell you, finish Voyager before you go. You don't have to watch Enterprise to be able to get into any of the new stuff.
I like Enterprise,
but I do like Enterprise. Enterprise is good. They're all good. That's why we're doing the show.
Yeah.
If I didn't like any of them,
even though we do complain about it sometimes.
Oh God, we love to complain. But
that's
amazing. What got you? I guess that's a question for you. What got you started down this road of you said you're young or younger anyway, and getting into Trek for the first time and watching all these and burning through all of them so quick. What started that journey for you? What kicked that off where you wanted to do that?
Oh, yeah. So I was 10 when I first watched The Next Generation. My mom grew up a Trekkie, as did almost all of her brothers. My dad was more of a Star Wars fan, but he also dabbled in Star Trek. So I just kind of fell in love with it in elementary. More hard in love with Doctor Who, though, at first. And then kind of migrated into Star Trek as I got more into high school. And then I just started collecting a lot of stuff. And now I just can't stop. So I just bought a Julian Bashir figurine for like $19.99. Nice. And I was like, Christmas present to me. So and I'm probably gonna watch Enterprise because I'm a huge fan of Jeffrey Combs' work and I just want to see him as Shran.
You're gonna love Shran.
So I feel obligated to go and watch that.
Yeah. No, you're on a good track. You know, it's just some episodes are better than others, but that's okay. That's anything, right?
Yeah.
And just enjoy the ride.
Out of everything you've watched so far, having burned through all of it, what's your favorite series so far that you've watched? Out of the ones you've been through, TOS, TNG, DS9.
Well, by my profile picture, Deep Space Nine is my favorite. I have more collectibles from Deep Space than anything else. That's my favorite. Out of all the space opera and sci-fi I've watched, it's a tie between Deep Space Nine and Babylon 5. I just can't let Babylon go. It's
so good, isn't it? I just did a rewatch of the whole series earlier this year. So good.
That's awesome. Well, Chazbiz, if you can switch to a hardware connection, it's already tanking. Yeah.
That is the problem with Restream. It's beautiful, it works, but if you don't have a really good connection, it's very difficult to get you on.
It's very finicky.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, hey, thanks so much for being on the show.
Yeah, appreciate it.
We hope you enjoyed the phone and keep listening.
Thanks for allowing me on.
Yeah,
sure. Of
nice
course.
Meeting you.
Yeah,
you too. We'll have to have you back on once you get through Voyager and once you get to Discovery, we should have you on and then you tell us what you think of Discovery after seeing all the original series and everything else, and then what they did warp speed forward to the new stuff. I'd love to hear your perspective on that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks so much.
Let us know when you get there and we'll do it. Awesome. That's cool.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, and cool. if you're listening to this and you've never been over on the Instagram account, I'll just use this as a plug for that right now because it's fantastic. Daniel does such a fantastic job. Daniel does an awful lot for the show, period. Dan and I just show up on Sundays and talk. Daniel does a lot of work to put it together for us. So really appreciate that, man.
Thank you. Wait till people see the Christmas card that I designed.
I know it's
it's so bad and so great.
That's what's great about them. They're so bad, they're good, right? It's
yeah,
just,
yeah. Yeah. So you guys got to sign up, Trekcast.com.
Yep.
Go sign up, and you'll get the card. It will be late, but you'll get it.
Yeah, it will be late, but it'll come. I guess I got to go check the mail today too, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
So
awesome. Well,
if they're here, I'll get them turned out and turned around and out the door tomorrow.
Perfect. Well, I guess that's basically it. We're pretty much wrapped up. Thanks everybody for listening. It was a ton of fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, keep an eye on the social media. You'll see what episodes come out when, because we really don't know. It's the holidays, so we're gonna try.
Well, and we'll have the poll going up for our review show, the big review and award show.
Award show, yeah.
Yeah, award show. I mean, coming up in 2 weeks or whatever it is. I guess it'll be kind of 2 weeks. It is 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So be watching for that. We'll need to get some feedback on that. We'll put those polls up everywhere we can. And of course, if you want to call and leave us a voicemail, I guess I got to pull up and double check that number so I don't say it wrong, because we played a couple finally. Give us a call at Trekcast 816-287-0448. That's 816-287-0448. Callers are not standing by, as Dan would say. But you can leave us a voicemail, and then we'll play it right here on the show, like we did for the 2 today.
And then, if of course, leave a voicemail, make sure you hit 2 to get to Spanish to leave a voicemail.
There you go.
See.
Yeah, that'd be great to have some voicemails come in where we have to sit and decipher it. That'd be wonderful. That'd be great. I'd love that.
Well, if it's Spanish, I don't have to decipher it.
Right, but I mean, if someone speaking German just calls in and just speaks German, that'd be great. I mean, we're big in Germany, so like David
Hipster Spock, you know what to do now.
Call in and
you can leave a Polish one. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be hilarious.
That'd be great.
We'll sit and decipher it. That'll be fun. Try to get out the universal translator.
Indeed.
Just pipe it through Google Translate and see what we can do. So
awesome. Well, yeah, I guess that's the end of the show. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, wait, no, did Chazbis just pop up? All right, let's try it.
Let's try it.
Oh, it's cutting out again, Chazbis.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's turning red on me again.
Dang it.
Yeah, but
okay.
That is the only problem with Restream.
Wonder if I
connect
my Wi-Fi to it.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. And we can hear the show. So
in the background delayed.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day. Bye.
Yeah, we'll see you guys. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that fun stuff.